The FTC has published a preliminary report that you're unlikely to see much discussion of in the news, but it's actually really interesting and really worrying for what's to come. They're looking into what is being termed surveillance pricing. That's a confusing mix of words, but basically it's where companies are using information that they have about you, about your demographics, about where you are, even how, like when you're on one of their websites, how you move your mouse cursor on the page, and then they change the price you pay based on that information. So they're surveilling you and then pricing based on that. And for some time they've been looking into this. And they apparently found in this initial report, 250 different businesses, including grocery stores, apparel, health and beauty retailers, convenience stores, building and hardware stores, department and discount stores. So all the stores, I think, using consumer information to help target prices, profile consumers, or rank products that are shown to shoppers. Companies most often said they were using the tools to boost revenue by increasing sales volumes, and they used both online and in store. Now, look, there's a lot that's in this that's worrisome. There's a lot that's not in this that I would also love to know. How are they doing this in store? I'm worried about that. I know there was a concern last year when digital price tags in stores were rolling out, and they were talking about like every minute changing the price of ice cream based on how hot it gets and everything. All of this is dystopian and cyberpunk and terrible, and it's all over the place. So they apparently focused mainly on intermediary firms. These are middlemen hired by these hundreds of retailers that can then algorithmically tweak and target their prices. That includes things like MasterCard. So you have the actual credit card companies. You have banks like JP Chase. You have software companies, Task Software, Pros, Accenture, and also consultants like McKinsey. So across like the actual retailers, those who are managing the transactions, those who are setting up the algorithms, those who are advising companies on that they should do this, it's all coming together. And they say that they're using, this is a quote from FTC Chair Lina Khan, outgoing, unfortunately, it's not gonna be around. They frequently use people's personal information to set targeted, tailored prices for goods and services, which means in practice, what is the most they can charge you where you'll still buy it? Now, that used to be a thing in classic the economy, where you do that for a product. What's the most we can charge people? Now it's what's the most I can charge any individual person? How desperately do they need this thing? Did they just get paid? Do they live in an area where more is being bought? And so this doesn't necessarily mean that prices have to go up. But I think we all know that it means that prices will go up on average, and this is going to screw you over. It's being pushed by companies like McKinsey to screw you over so these companies can make more money. And unfortunately, Francesca, we're no longer gonna have leadership control of the FTC that's gonna be willing to critique this. We're certainly not gonna have a Congress who will pass a bill to restrict this, a president who would sign that bill. That's definitely not gonna happen. And so I'm glad that we have this information sort of on the way out for Joe Biden and Lina Khan. But what do you make of this?
This is exactly what we're talking about when we say, will Donald Trump make your life better concretely, economically? Will he put more money in your pocket and help you save? The answer is no, because he will not regulate any corporations. He will not sue these corporations like Lina Khan under the FTC has been suing these corporations for their illegal practices. It should be illegal to track you and surveil you and then serve you up a different price based on who you are, based on how much money they know you make, based on what day it is, based on, yes, whether you got paid, what the weather is like. All the things that John said, look, we're still in the middle of wildfires here in Los Angeles. People are buying air purifiers, people are buying window coverings, people are buying masks, people are buying cleaning supplies. Under this regime of surveillance pricing, they say, oh, we're gonna surge price this. It is a way to Uberify everything in our lives, right? So that, oh, you need it more, that's when it's gonna be more expensive, right? And it's like, that should be illegal. It will not be deemed illegal. And John, the last time you came on the Bituation Room was this last Tuesday, if everyone didn't see that, youtube.com/FrannyFio. But before that, it was David Dayen at the American Prospect magazine, and the American Prospect has done awesome reporting on this. In fact, some of their reporting led to Lina Khan actually investigating in this and led to these lawsuits. But look, It's not enough that they made hand over fist money in the pandemic, John. They have to find a way to squeeze even more out of us.
Yep, 100%. No, you're totally right. And now I want to link this to the past story we were talking about. So in theory, with Lina Khan, we get the investigation. Maybe something could be done. But probably not. I have such low expectations for anyone. But now this is just going to continue. So they're gonna the company, the consultants are going to keep pushing more retailers to do this. The algorithm's going to get more and more sophisticated. It's going to occur online. It's going to occur in stores. And so it is going to be on the opposition to point out that Donald Trump and the Republicans are just laying down and let this happen.
Yes.
And I guess, we're not supposed to be like academic about it. I guess you need, someone who's gonna come out and be like, you're getting a raw deal, you're getting screwed over worse than you've ever seen. And Donald Trump is just sitting there while you get screwed over. So maybe we need someone to do that.
We do.
But it's gonna be true.
We literally do. We need to create, here's what we do. I mean, and please don't do this.
Pete Buttigieg can do it on Fox.
Nah. I'm sorry.
I mean, he has been doing that. I don't want to be president.
I'm sorry. Like, good on him, but like, we don't need Pete Buttigieg right now. We need to create AI Donald Trump, who simply says all of those things. You're getting ripped off. Exactly what you said. They're cheating you. I'm cheating you every single day. Here's how. That's what we need to do. In fact, replace this show with just AI Donald Trump to tell you all the ways you're being ripped off. I love it. And here's the thing about this AI Donald Trump. I love this idea, even though I hate AI, is he's Mr. AI. He's backed by all these AI billionaires, so he can't say it's illegal, right? Otherwise, he'd have to give us all rights about people using our image and creating AI. Like, that's love.
Yeah. I don't actually want to do like deepfakes or whatever, but that's one way to get through. It is the way. Yeah, no, I mean, AOC, again, like Donald Trump would do fake versions of that. Like, he'd make up how you're getting screwed over by, like, we don't have Greenland, so you're getting screwed over. And you're like, well, what does that have to do with me and my family or whatever? But the thing is, you are actually getting screwed over. But the issue is that you have to have somebody who is willing to point out the people who are screwing you over. Now, Donald Trump would never accurately diagnose the ways you're being screwed over because he likes that you're being screwed over because those are his pals that are doing it. But an AOC or whatever can point out these companies. She can attack McKinsey, she can attack MasterCard, she can do all this stuff. And if she can't, then somebody needs to. That's what we actually need. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.